This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I am delighted to be here helping you with music. In this quick answer episode, I'm going to explain repeats and multiple endings. So just go ahead and dive in. So repeat signs in written music have two little dots. So as we're going along in music, when we run into the two little dots just before the bar line of the end of that measure, then those are like bumpers. They bounce us back, and they bounce us back to where we find ones facing the other direction. And if we don't find any facing the other direction, then they bounce us all the way back to the beginning. So in this case, we would bounce back to these two facing the other direction, and then we continue, and we would just continue on after that. So unless it says to play it more than once, or more than that second repeated time, like play 3 times or play 4 times or something like that, unless there's English down here telling us to play that repeated section extra times, then we just repeat it once and go on. And sometimes though, and this is all about saving space in written music really, because why rewrite something when we're just playing the same section again with slight changes? You can run into multiple endings. So like when we repeat it, the next time we come around, everything's the same except we're going to do a different measure at the end. So we'll look at some of these multiple repeats, like first and second endings. First and second endings are the most common ones, though they can be used to repeat even more times than that. But endings like this have a little number, and they'll say 1 time. Or if it's to be repeated for several times and maybe on cue is when we're going on, it would say like open. But almost always, the majority of the time, we'll see something like a number 1. We'll see a number 1 here. And then we'll see a 2. This bracket that comes over and down lines up with a repeat sign. So our 2 little dots. So the first time that we play through this, we use this first ending. In this case, 2 bars. And the bumpers bump us back. In this particular example, there aren't any repeat signs anywhere between here and the beginning of the song, so it's bumping us back to the beginning of the song. So we play from the beginning again. This time we skip over these 2 measures and go to where we have the bracket with an open ending there, and it says number 2. So the second time we take this one and we would play those 2 bars. And in this case, with this example, that's the end of the song. So again, all we do in this one is we play through, we run into those repeat signs. There aren't any facing the other direction, so it bounces us clear back to the top. We play through again, and on the second time, instead of playing the 2 bars with the bracket for the first ending, we jump to where it says second ending and play from there on. And in this case, it's just those last 2 measures of the song. So that's that example. Now, sometimes in songs, you'll run into places where you have several of these, and they can even build up and sort of multiply on top of each other. So I have this other example. So here we go. We're from the beginning. We go and we run into our repeat signs. They bump us back to the first place where we have them facing the other direction, which is right here. So we play a second time. Now in that ending it says 1 and then it says 2, so we're going to actually play it 2 times. So here's our second time, it bumps us back again. Then as we continue on, the third time we're going to skip over to the bars that have 3, and we play there, and we skip over the ones that have the 1 and 2 over the top of them. Then from 3 we go on, we continue playing, and we run into some repeat signs and another first ending. This bounces us back to the closest place where we have them facing the other direction. In this particular example, and I use this because this happens sometimes, we go all the way back to the same repeat sign. If there had been one, say, here or something, or here, we would just repeat back to there, but there isn't. So we got to repeat all the way back till we see them facing the other direction. Or in the case of a song up like this, where we don't have any facing the other direction, all the way back to the beginning. So we're bounced back to these, but as we come forward, we again have to observe this first and second and third ending. So I go through, bounce back, do it a second time, bounce back, go forward, take the third ending, come forward, and since we have already played this first ending, we skip over to the second ending, and we play through till the end in the case of this one. So we can have endings that use the same forward repeat spot, the same spot we repeat back to, and if there's multiple endings included inside of those, we have to do those again. So I'll just run you through this one more time. From the beginning, we go all the way through until we hit that repeat sign. We use the first ending. We bump back to our repeat sign that tells us that's where we're repeating from. We go through and we use this ending again because there's a number 2. And so we go through and we come back. And then this time, as we're coming, we're going to jump to the third ending, which is played in place of that first and second ending. We continue from the third ending on until we get to another repeat sign, sending us back. This is the first ending, sending us all the way back to where we have our closest repeats, which is here. In this one, it's the only ones. We go forward, we hit our repeat sign, we have to come back, do it again for the second ending, repeats us back. Do it this time, jumping to the third ending, going forward, and this time taking the second ending and playing the rest of the song. So hope that helps. We run into those as we're playing music from time to time. It can get a little confusing. Take care.
If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more in-depth lessons and to progress through a free guitar course, check out my Guitar 101 series on YouTube and my guitar method books, which all come with access to hours of in-depth video lessons. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.